Hello students, here we'll discuss about capital budgeting decisions, numerical part of capital budgeting decisions. Here the first question is an integrated question in which we will learn how to calculate payback, ARR, that's average rate of return, then IRR, net present value, that's NPV, right, at dual discount rates for multiple projects. Solution is here. First of all, we will find out NPV for all the projects A, B, C and D. Right. Here the question depicts C0, C1, C2 and C3, which are the cash flows. C0 is the initial investment made for the project. C1, C2 and C3 are the cash inflows that are obtained from a project. We have to evaluate these values. Now to find NPV or to calculate NPV, what we have to do? First of all, for project A, we'll make a table like this. First column will be of year, second for CF, third for net present value factor, fourth for present value, then net present value factor at 30% and then present value. As we can see in the question, in project A, only 1 year cash flow is given. So year 0, that means the initial investment 10,000. Year 1 cash flow is of 10,000, which is given in your question. Now to calculate NPV, what we have to do? We have to find the net present value factor. How we will find that? Here two rates are given, 10% and 30%. We have to find NPV at 10% as well as 30%. So first of all, we will calculate for 10%. To find out NPV factor for 10%, what we will do? We will divide 1 by 1.10 once. We will get the answer 0.909. Then we will multiply 10,000 by 0.909 to get our present value. Right, that's how we will get the present value of the investment. Same for 30%. What we will do? 1 divided by 1.30, which will give out 0.769. Now we will multiply cash flow 10,000 by net present value factor of 30%, that is 0.769, and we will get the present value 7090. That will be the present value. Now to get the NPV, what we will do? We will deduct initial investment from this net value, which is 9090. 9090 minus 10,000 will give out minus 910, and 7090 minus 10,000 will give out 2310 as NPV. Same way for project B. Year 0, that means the initial investment, which is 10,000. For first year, it will be 7,500 cash flow. For second year, the cash flow is 7,500. Now, for 10%, NPV factor 1 divided by 1.10 raised to n should be there. Right. 1 divided by 1.10 once will give out 0.909. When we will divide it twice, it will give the answer 0.826. Multiplying 7,500 by 0.909, we will get the present value 6817.5 and 0.826 by 7500, we will get the answer as 13012.5. We will deduct the values and get the NPV 3012.5. We have to calculate this for 30% also, and same way for project C as well as project D. Right, 10% and 30%, same way we have calculated the present value. Now for the payback period, what we will do, we will make a small table of cash flows and cumulated cash flows. Here in project 1, only 1 year's cash flow is given, so initial investment is 10,000 and cash flow is also 10,000, cumulative cash flow is also 10,000. That means what we have invested in project A, we have obtained the same in 1 year time period. The full amount is obtained in 1 year. That means 1 year is the payback period is for project A. For project B, 2 years cash flows are given 7500 and 7500. Cumulating the cash flows, 7500 plus 7500 will give out 15,000, which is greater than 10,000. Right, we have to calculate that in how much time period we will get our initial investment back. Our initial investment was 10,000. Now we have to focus on the 10,000 only. So to get the 10,000, what's the remaining amount after 7500? 2500. Right, 10,000 minus 7500 is 2500. Now how we will calculate the payback? 1 year, right, this is initial 1 year plus 2500, which is the remaining amount to be obtained, and concerned year's cash flow, that means second year's cash flow would be here 7500 into 12. 12 is 12 months. Henceforth, we will get the answer 1 year plus 4 months. 1 year was here, and above 1 year, it will take 4 months to recover the amount of 10,000, which is our initial investment. For project C, how we will calculate it? For first year, the cash flow is 2,000. For second year, the cash flow is 4,000. For third year, the cash flow is 12,000. Cumulating it, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000 plus 4,000, 6,000. 6,000 plus 12,000 will give out 18,000, which is greater than our initial investment. Now we have to obtain only 10,000. So for 10,000, the remaining amount is 4,000. We have to obtain more 4,000 to get our initial investment, which is 10,000. How will we calculate the payback now? Year 1, year 2. That means 2 years plus 4,000, which is the remaining amount, divided by concerned years CF, that is 12,000, multiply by 12 months. This will give out the answer as 4 months. That means the payback period for project C is 2 years plus 4 months. In project D, 10,000 is obtained in 1 year only. Therefore, payback period for project D is 1 year. To find out average rate of return, the formula is average income divided by average investment. Right? Average income. How will we find out average income for project A? Investment minus cash flows. Right? Investment minus cash flows into 1 divided by 2. Same way, investment into 1 upon 2, because we have to find here average. 10,000 minus 10,000 will be 0. 0 divided by n number will give out 0. For project B, cash flows are 7,500 which sums up to 15,000. So here 15,000 minus 10,000 into half divided by 10,000 into half will give out answer as 2,500 divided by 5,000, which is equals to 50%. It is average rate of return. Wherever the term rate is given, we have to find the answer in percentage. Now for project C, how much are the cash flows? 2,000 plus 4,000, 6,000, 6,000 plus 12,000, 18,000. Right? So 18,000 minus 10,000 into 1 divided by 3. Why? Because here 3 years cash flows are given. Therefore, to find out the average, we will use 1 by 3, and for the investment 10,000 by half, which will give out the answer 53%. For project D, what we will do? We will sum up the cash flows. 10,000 plus 3,000, 13,000, 13 plus 3, 16,000. Therefore, 16,000 minus 10,000 into 1 upon 3. Why 3? Because 3 years cash flows are given in the question. And for investment, same, 1 by 2 will be considered. Solving this equation, we will get the answer as 40%. Now for the IRR, internal rate of return. For project A, 10,000, that is the total investment is obtained in 1 year, right? Whenever the cash flow is given for only 1 year and the total investment is obtained in 1 year only, IRR would be 0%. Moving ahead towards project B, here the cash flows are consistent, right? When these type of cash flows are given, right, what we have to do? We have to divide the investment by initial year's cash flows, that is 10,000 divided by 7,500. We will get the answer IRR as 1.33%. Now for project C. For project C and D, what's the issue? That cash flows are not consistent, right? 2,000, 4,000 and 12,000, and also the investment is not obtained in the first year, right? So what we will do for project C? We will use the trial and error method to find out the IRR of project C. First of all, we will calculate NPV at 20% for project C, right, which will be 1389. At 30%, NPV would be minus 633, which is a greater integer. Then at 27%, we will get minus 86, which is nearer to 0, right? Then at 26%, NPV would be 105. That means somewhere between 27 and 26%, NPV would be 0, right? Somewhere between 27 and 26%, NPV would have been 0, because here the positive integer is there and here the negative integer is there. So definitely in between any point there is 0. Therefore, we will say that IRR lies between 26% and 27%. Remember, for IRR, when the total investment is obtained in 1 year, IRR would be 0%, right? When multiple cash flows are there and cash flows are consistent, right, are same, then we have to divide the investment by initial investment by initial years cash flow, and if multiple cash flows are given and also the cash flows are not consistent or are not equal, then we have to consider the trial and error method. Here we have to find any one percentage or any one coupon rate where the NPV would be 0, right? Now, the second question is there, which says the initial cash outlay of a project is rupees 1 lakh and it can generate cash flow of rupees 40,000, rupees 30,000, 50,000 and 20,000 in year 1 through 4. Assume a 10% rate of discount and calculate the profitability index. For profitability index, the formula is present value of CF divided by initial investment. Right? So what we have to do? We have to calculate the NPV, net present value. Right? In the question, 4 years are given. Cash flows for 4 years, 40,000, 30,000, 50,000 and 20,000 are given. And the rate of discount or coupon rate is 10%. So what we will do? 1 divided by 1.10 is equals to 0.909. Again press is equals to in your calculator. You will get the answer 0.826. Again press is equals to 0.751. Again once press is equals to button, you will get the answer as 0.682. Multiplying 40,000 into 0.909, we will get 36360. 30,000 by 0.826, we will get 24780. 50,000 into 0.751, we will get 3755. 20,000 by 0.682, we will get 13640. Summing the four amounts, you will get 112,330. Deducting the initial investment, which is rupees 1 lakh for the project, we will get 12330 as NPV. Now, present value divided by initial investment. That's how we find the profitability index. The profitability index for this particular project would be 1.233. Right, that's all for your part of capital budgeting decisions.